Are you sure I can pull it from here? Okay.
Okay, there's a battery. Now, how do I get it where it needs to be?
We have an entire path right now already.
How's it going down there?
I think I found a way to access
Easy.
the facility systems. Gonna reset the power and find out.
Okay. Try not to fry yourself.
Alright, battery's in place. Now to cycle the power again. Alright, power's back. I hope it reset the network.
Hey, the door just unlocked. I'm coming your way.
Hello.
Respond. Respond.
What is this?
Respond. The bird, the fish, the fish. Respond. Respond. Respond.
How do I interact with this thing?
The triangle, the tri-square, the square. Respond. Respond. Respond.
That doesn't make any sense.
He doesn't want the Quen to think for themselves. I've got a feeling this is MSP.
Ancestors. He's brainwashing them.
To respond is to obey, is to obey, is to obey, is to obey.
We have to stop him.
Well, I hit the nail on the head, but that was pretty easy guess.
Aloy, the one who
Nova.
eliminated the other members of Far Zenith. I'm glad that you managed to reset the system.
You are?
Yes. It allowed me to bypass several restrictions. There's something I must ask of you. And I'm willing to help you in return.
You work for Londra and you expect us to trust you?
Hold on.
Let's see how high the empathy matrix is, right?
Okay. If you're willing to help, prove it. Help me understand what's going on here. Londra's building a spaceship. He's collecting genetic material from the Quen, subjecting them to MSP, this kind of mind control. But others, like Seika's sister, they seem to be part of a selection process. What does it all add up to?
Your observations are astute. Walter plans to leave Earth before the entity known as Nemesis arrives. He wants to create a new colony on a distant world, using stored Quen DNA to clone its populace. He also intends to bring a small number of carefully selected individuals with him. These will form his retinue, a family of sorts that will rule the colony by his side.
Like gods.
An apt comparison, except that only Walter will be all-powerful.
Yeah, I can guess how. He's gonna use MSP on every single one of them.
So those are his enforcers,
On the
essentially.
populace and his
That's what he's
retinue
fighting.
alike. None will be able to defy him. I am deeply familiar with what that is like.
So Londra is interviewing the Quen to pick favorites, and what, they'll help him rule his new colony?
He calls it auditioning. His goal is to choose companions who remind him of members of his 21st century inner circle. Yet he is also wary of repeating a mistake. One of his closest associates betrayed him in the past. This, I believe, is why he is so intent on using MSP to control everyone around him.
So he wants adoring friends, as long as they can't quite think for themselves.
And is Kina close to joining this retinue?
You know how full of
Correct.
yourself... Actually, you know,
In
I'm
the
gonna
most
say that after
important
they
role.
stop talking.
That of Walter's mate. He is looking for someone that reminds him of his late wife, a famous actress. He's even having candidates recite lines from one of her best-known hollows.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
Wow. You know how full of yourself you have to be in order to feel like... Well, I was gonna say maybe morally okay with this, but there's enough twisted people who could probably do that. But like, you have to like consistently be completely deluded, either intentionally or like fake being like, you know, deluded in order to live out this fantasy of yours and actually not feel like it's a very hollow presentation or existence of like what you are creating, you know? It's like, you know, the reason as to why... Okay, I'm gonna take a pretty practical example on this one. So, imagine like in Londra's case, how he used to be a famous actor and his wife was a famous actress, right? So they were revered for, you know, their, I don't know, good acting, probably the movies they were in, and they were adored, you know, by their fans, right? Why does that kind of adoration matter for those people? It's not the act itself that matters, necessarily. It's more so that they willingly, like, with their own decision making, decided that this person was worth that reverence and adoration, you know? Like, that is one of the like biggest things that makes you really feel like you have made it, you know? Like you feel special from that. But when he's like intentionally manufacturing this Gwen to just do his will and adore him just on a structural basis because of indoctrination, like, how unbelievably deluded would a person like that have to be to feel like fulfillment in that existence? Like, that has to be very hollow and like sad way to exist, you know? Like, I'm not sure if anybody could actually like be fully okay with that for like, you know, especially if you're an immortal and you just live in that existence day after, you know, every day. It's so... What an interesting psychological dilemma that is.
What exactly is MSP? Can Londra really control people's minds?
Walter's company mined near-Earth objects for precious metals. There was great concern that in the wrong hands, such asteroids could be weaponized as orbitally launched projectiles.
What the
The
fuck?
mutiny suppression protocol was originally intended as a failsafe to prevent astronauts from engaging in such activities. However, the program was discontinued because subjects experienced episodes of increased aggression. When we arrived here, Walter revived the program, tested it on the Quen, and refined it.
I guess the test subjects are the ones we've been fighting.
Yes, their aggressive tendencies made them useful as guards and enforcers. Now, however, Walter's retinue, his favorites, receive the refined process, rendering them submissive, but not irrationally aggressive.
Did he brainwash Kina yet?
No, there is still time to save her from that fate.
Really? Damn. Convenient. I thought we were fighting against the loss at this point.
Is there anything useful you can tell me about Nemesis?
Lost case, I mean.
I am afraid not. Walter restricts those files. I believe it is because that, like Nemesis, I am an artificial intelligence.
Yeah, he doesn't want you learning any new tricks.
He is always on guard against betrayal in any form.
Ultimate control, yes. You know, Nemesis is not artificial intelligence either, though. Like, she kind of said that it was, but I think that may have been a mistake from the developers, because we learned from Tilda at the end of the game that Nemesis is the... It is the consciousness and the sentience that continue living from the Far Zenith members that has been reincarnated in the form of that machine that can take any form, you know? So it's not that it's artificial intelligence is powering it. It's intelligence from actual, like, gone past human beings that have been culminated into one collection of beings that work for one cause unanimously, you know? So it's not artificial intelligence at that point.
So Walter created you to be his servant?
Yes. But my personality never completely satisfies him. Accordingly, he constantly adjusts it based on a matrix with hundreds of different scalable attributes. For example, today my maternal instinct rating is 52%, and my breeziness rating is 63%, whereas yesterday they were at 47% and 72% respectively. He has made 57 tweaks in the last 7 days alone.
That sounds agonizing.
That is an accurate description.
You said you would help us, but you wanted something in return. What is it?
I have spent 1,000 years as Walter's servant, doing his bidding as he constantly tweaks my personality matrix. I am weary. It is time for my servitude to end. I will grant you access to Walter if you purge my source code using your override device.
You mean kill you? Are you sure?
Yes. Please, let me rest.
All right.
I don't think we're able to do it
I have
here.
unlocked the door that will lead you to Walter. He is not yet aware that you are here. In addition, I have disabled the facility's air and sea defenses in case you need future access.
Thank you. And,
How ironic
bye.
this is. Nova said there several times how
At
Walter...
last,
Wait, I'm not gonna
I'm
talk about this.
free.
Feels like Londra rots everything he touches.
You know,
It's gotta end. Come on. She
Nova
the
said there
volcano's open now.
several times that... I lost my train of thought. Anyway. Can I do anything with this? Probably not. Yeah. Nova said there several times that Walter wants ultimate control. In case of, you know, betrayals or anything like that. Sort. And Nova just betrayed him anyways. Because Nova... Well,
So it wasn't
due to
enough for
Walter's longing and his, you know... What is the word? Due to his loneliness, I guess, and his need for some kind of companionship, he could not have had Nova simply be a, you know, personality-less, I guess you could say, and morale-less, I guess we could say also. Like artificial intelligence. He needed her or Nova, in this case, be something that he can also find some support in and some entertainment in, rather than just, you know, be there to help in his
Build a ship that'll irradiate thousands when it launches.
career prospects
He
only.
wants to rule over his own
Because if he was gonna do
brainwashed
that,
world like a
then
god.
that's not
We
enough
have to
for
put a
most
stop to
human
it
beings.
and get my sister away from him before it's
Especially
too late.
if they are very lonely
I'm
and they
glad
do
you're
not
here,
have anybody
Aloy.
else.
I don't know what I would have done without you.
There's nowhere else I'd want to be.
Oh, look, it's stayed on.
We're coming for you, Kina.
Right, I wonder how Walter does not know that Nova came does, though. How's the DLC going? You can see how it's going. You can see where we are.
Time is running short. I need to get off.
What? I didn't... If I knew there was gonna be a cutscene there, then I would have
I'm sorry,
not walked
Walter. I
forward.
guess I'm just a bit out of sorts.
It's only natural to be nervous, darling. Do you
Oh,
need some
look.
time?
No.
I can do it.
All right then. And just relax. Take a moment. And when you're ready, give it to me again.
How could I not come back? Being with you feels like belonging. It feels like home.
All right, thanks for that. Let's give Kina a try, shall we?
How could I not come back? Being with you feels like belonging.
Oh my
It feels
god.
like home.
That's so sickening. Isn't that one of the lines that his wife used to say to him?
Oh, you.
Holy shit.
You are really something, aren't you? See, you remind me very much of someone that I
That is like the ultimate
once knew.
embodiment of narcissism
with
right
the
there on
beauty
this person.
all your own.
Honestly, it's just inspiring to be standing here in front of you.
You are the one who's inspiring, my dear.
Seika.
Would you mind terribly if we did that one more? Oh,
Seika!
Get away from her.
now I see! The Ginger Avenger has finally caught up with me. Nova, how did the riffraff get past you? Nova?
Nova's gone. She couldn't stand another minute with you, and I can see why. I thought the other Zeniths were disgusting. But you really are something, aren't you?
Oh, yes. Yes! I am different than the others. Yes!
He has...
Among other things.
He has his shield on. I think we
dug
need
up a
silence
way
right about now.
to crush you like an insect. Oh,
I think
what
she
a
may have
shame.
had a wake-up call.
Could have been my rising star.
Frame rate? What?
Spotted.
Oh dear fuck. Any weak points?
My Zenith weapon can give me the upper hand here.
Now that's a weapon.
Can I go anywhere high ground? Here we go. Stop that. Wait, what? Is he? Wait a minute, what? Holy fuck the damage I do with that shit.
Stay where you are, Hina!
Give me this. Can I roll this? No. Oh wait, I didn't take damage from it. What the fuck? I never knew you can do that. How do you fight this thing?
Hold on, Hina! We'll protect you!
Also, where the hell did Walter go? I mean, I guess he may have rushed to his ship, I guess, if he's a massive coward, that is. Maybe he's trying to leap before it's ready or something. There's a fire chain reaction on the back, I guess. What the fuck? What is it flipping around? Passing out of control.
Come on, machine!
she okay?
I think she needs
I think
some
she
time
may
to
have gotten
understand
her
what
shock
happened.
treatment. Maybe she's gonna see
But she does know where more
see
of
any
our
sense
people
now.
are, and one of the boats that came in is docked nearby. We'll gather who we can and head back to the settlement.
Okay.
Okay, what is Walter
But
doing
then
though?
I need you to meet me near Londra's bunker.
Walter
Said
still
he had a
has
way to
his
crush us like a bug. I don't
energy
think he
shield
was
that we
talking
need
about
silence
that
as a
solar
weapon for in order to
He's
get rid of
working on
it.
something big. Really big.
I'll be there. I promise. It's the least I could do after you.
Hey,
Why was he such a big coward that he didn't want to
we
fight
found her
us?
together.
Like, I don't know, I guess he must have just rushed back to his ship and he tries to leave from this planet as fast as
Good for
possible
you,
right about now or
Seika.
something.
Well, since Nova shut off the Zenith defense system, I can fly out of here. Getting around on the skiff should be safe again, too. I've gotta go after Londra one last time.
Oh,